When I decided to get into real estate, my first person, I went to was my dad. And he told me his experiences, his pros and cons. But he also said, hey, if you're interested, go ahead and do it. I also spoke with a wealth advisor. And so, I believe in knowing your 20-year plan or your 30-year plan. So when we think about retirement, when we think about when we get a little older and we may not want to work as much, how are we going to have that passive income? How are we going to set ourselves up for this? So after speaking to one of my wealth advisors, we came up with a plan and we looked at, okay, if you had this amount of money coming in monthly, then we can set this aside and this can be a part of the bigger plan of your portfolio. So I said, okay. But then I kept purchasing homes. So I said, okay, well, if I'm going to keep buying homes, then I need to think about this as a business. And so created the LLC and I transferred the homes from my name into my company's name. So I did deed transfers and of course consulted with lawyers to make sure everything is done appropriately. But that's how I really got started. It was me just wanting to create something for myself, for my family, for the future. But I see the impact and I have met people and I see that it's a pretty cool industry. And I like the skill set that I already have and I've taken it and just transitioned it into the field of real estate.